All right, guys, it's July. We are getting ready to harvest some peas. You can see we brought the big tractor back to the shop here, so we're going to jump out of the tractor. We're going to run in the shop, and we are going to see if we can lease us an auger wagon. Need an auger wagon that handles peas. I know that one handles peas, and I know that one handles peas. I actually think I'm going to go with this one. There is relatively no difference in these two auger wagons. The only difference is this one's $60,000 cheaper, and it shouldn't cost me as much to lease it. Don't need to make any changes to it at all. Just going to lease it. $5,200 to lease that auger wagon. And we're actually going to use this auger wagon to harvest both our oats and our peas. So jump in the big tractor here, and we're actually probably going to hire somebody to drive this puppy back to the field for us, back to the farm for us. And then we can get back to the farm and get started getting everything set up to harvest peas. So you guys can see we're down to $84,000. That would barely cover our loan payments for June. So it's going to be a good thing. It's a good thing it's harvest time. So we're going to get back. We're going to get the harvester all set up and ready to harvest. And then by the time this guy gets there, we should be ready to rock and roll. So we are actually going to send him to our Field 52 wait for harvester. He should be able to get there. And that's going to have him waiting for the harvester. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to turn that off real quick. We are going to set this up in the wait for harvester because he'll go there anyway. So Field 52 wait for harvester, and then he is going to offload at Field 52 offload. And away we go. It looks like our video is going to drag here for a minute. For some reason it does this. I had to reset the game because I had to go turn on a different mod. I didn't have my green bean harvesting mod on. So when I reopen the game, for some reason it likes to lag there for a second. But anyway, all good now. So the video should be good. This should be the harvester. So we're going to track the harvester right out here past our fancy new bale shed. Boy, that is a good looking piece of equipment, for lack of a better term. Get that out there, get that unhooked, spin us around here, header on. Outside of the header so we can see. We'll pull the header up. We'll unfold the harvester. Got the header down, and we are going to be ready to knock out the pea harvest. Man, I cannot wait. It should be a nice harvest. Should be a fantastic meal. So I'm actually going to drive the harvester myself this time. I think I'm actually going to jump down here. We got there's the truck we want. So we're going to get the field. We're going to get him set on the right thing, get him set on the dump. So he's going to Field 57, and he's going to offload at Farmers Market number 1. He is going to be running peas. Not that I think that matters, but anyway. All right, he should be sitting at the truck stop number 1, but we got the markers turned off. Got our tractor coming. Let's check his progress and see where he's at. He is rocking down there, so he shouldn't be really long. We're going to jump in the harvester. We are going to get our header, our steering assist set up. We don't really need any header rows, although it's going to ask us to take one. Okie dokie. Smoky. Well, I start saying why I don't have that. Let me. Header all the way down, jump back inside, lock the steering. Let's drive. We are harvesting peas, fellas. are moving on with our pea harvest. Hopefully he gets to the truckload spot before the harvester gets here, although it doesn't look like he's gone. Take a minute real quick, see where he is at. Where you at, Hot Rod? Boy, he is right there. Yeah, we'll just give him a second to hit the wait for. Wait, what? Where are you at? Oh, he's got one more field section to cover. Oh, he's good. We got an auto drive route set up around this field to help him find his way to the truck. Oh, snot, dummy. We done set him up on the wrong damn field. That ain't gonna be no good. Gosh dang it. We need field 57 wait for harvester. Field 57 offload. That would make a lot of difference because he was going to be waiting on the wrong field. Well, jump back in the harvester here, turn it back on, and we're going to be full by the time he gets here probably. That is all right. We are full. We're going to back up here. Let's set him up on the wrong place too, so we can get him on field 57, wait for harvester. Let the tractor zip around right here. Let's go ahead and check what we've got him set up. We don't even unload it 20%. Let's get him unloaded 85%. You know what, let's jump over to the truck and make sure we got him set up right. Yeah, he's going to upload 85%, so he's all good. Alright, we're about to hit our marker here. Come on, brother, get to the... I don't think he actually has to be all the way to the waiting point, but he is. So we'll jump out here and we will put our pipe out and we'll turn the map on and we should see old boy start toward us just any second now. Oh, there he comes. Awesome sauce. He ain't that far away, so he's going to come down here and unload us and then we will move on. What are you waiting on, Hoss? There he goes again. Oh, what are you stopping for? Well, it's like he stops every time I jump in the tractor. Anyway, there he comes. Oh, perfect. He's got the right offset. He's going to pull right in there. Sweet. So this thing holds 69,000 liters, so we should be able to unload the harvester. I believe, what does the harvester hold? 18,000, so 18 and 18 is 36. So we should be able to unload the harvester almost 4 times into this auger wagon, and then he can come and offload into the truck. He'll actually be able to offload into the truck. Oh, crime in Italy. Oh. Yeah, get out of the way. Oh, I don't know where you're going. You can't seriously be about to follow me. But you're going to have to get yourself out the way, Hoss. Lower the damn header down this time so we can actually pick up some green beans. He's not about to move there, is he? I'm in Italy. We will move him out of the way right here. Fire him back up. And move on. Oh, he's going to go all the way around the field back to his waiting for harvester spot, which is fine. Maybe he'll make it around there before we make our full and he won't be far from us. Again, so I'll tell you what, we're at 70. We're going to call out. He should just break off his route and come get us. So hopefully we'll be somewhere near us before we get completely full and he can get this fairly quickly. Now I'm going to back up a touch there because he calculates where he thinks we're going to be when that pipe comes out. He's going to go all the way around the damn field, isn't he? He's waiting on him. Truck's right there. Don't hit the header. Yep, you done goofed up and there you go. Get back to your little waiting spot and wait for me to call you again. That is 2 loads of peas. 36,000 liters, and those puppies sell for about $1,800 per 1,000 liters. So that's almost $70,000 worth of peas that we've harvested so far. Bicycles. Forget this thing picks the header up when it gets through. All right, moving again. I'll tell you what, guys, this is going to be a whole lot of back and forth watching the trucks tractors and trucks go back and forth, and basically me babysitting the auto drive to make sure it works. So I'm gonna check in with you guys when we're about done with this field, and we'll get an accounting of how many feeds we harvested and how much money we got for them, since we're selling those right off the bat, and then we'll jump ourselves over to the other field, harvest some oats. So I'll tell you what we're going to do, fellas. Now that we've got 2 tractors, we don't have to wait to do anything. So we've got one tractor hooked up on the auger wagon. We done shipped the call out. We got a tractor hooked up on the auger wagon. Once we finish seeding this field, we'll put the second tractor on the we will put the second tractor on the seeder. He can be seeding this field in grass. He'll get seeded in grass right away. And in 4 months, we'll be ready. Man, in 4 months, we will have more silage bales than we know what to do with, because we're going to harvest both of these fields. Actually, we're going to plant this field this month, and we're going to plant the other field next month. I can't harvest it next month because it's going to go rotten, but what in the cat hair is he doing? I put a freaking auto drive right around this field so you can find your way. What is he doing? He's come over here and he's sitting behind this tractor. What a wanker. I am at a loss for words. Just FYI for you guys, this auto drive is pretty slick until it doesn't work. And it's really flipping irritating. Oh, no way you're going to take yourself back to the freaking... Nope. We ain't having that. We'll manhandle it over here ourselves. Back where I can see what I'm doing. Oh, maybe I should put the... You know what? Maybe I'll just do that. Maybe I'll put the combine on. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the combine on. I'm going to hire the AI worker to drive the combine. This is supposed to be a pretty... supposed to be a pretty easy deal, but that's all right. We'll put the AI worker on the combine. Oh, I forget, this thing holds 20,000 liters, not 15,000 liters. All right, here we go. Bring the pipe in. Back the thing up. Let's get ourselves on the view here where we can see what we're doing. We'll just put them on auto drive. Is that gonna work? Looks like it. Let's get in this tractor here. Catch up with him and we'll get our vehicle speed sync going. There we go. catching up to the harvester here to put a wrap on this wheat harvest. Man, what a harvest. It has been long and it has been profitable. You guys can look and see right there, we've made just about $1.5 million on this wheat field harvest. We got another truckload headed to the farmer's market now with a load of peas, a full auger wagon load of peas. It's not a full semi load, but we're getting about $124,000 for every auger wagon load of peas. So we got another $124,000 load on the way. We'll see how full this one gets. You guys see we have just this last little strip, although I think the harvester will turn around and catch that little bitty strip there on the outside. I don't know, but we'll move along here and keep the harvester unloaded and see. But like I said, I think it's going to turn around, but I don't know if this is going to be a full auger wagon load or not. So we'll see what it turns out to be. We're 27% right now, so we'll see. Got a fair load on the harvester, although the harvester's not full, so the auger wagon would hold another 2 harvester loads from what we had. So don't think we're going to get a full load. We'll see what it's at. We're at 41% already, so probably going to be looking at somewhere around $50,000. Well, we're going to be up to 50%, so 50%, what's that? So we're at $62,000 already for this wagon, this loads. We'll see what the combine does. Is he going to shut down there? He is going to turn around, but I'll tell you what, there's going to be like nothing in this load because it's just that tiny little strip. So maybe we'll get another 1%, maybe 2%. I don't know. We'll just have to see. So we'll sneak up here. He's going to drop down. Sync the speed. Move right along with you. Interesting that it shows that full dump amount. Anyway, like I said, we're not going to get a full amount here. Oh, looks like the truck unloaded. There's another $124,358. So looks like we're going to be somewhere around 53% maybe on this harvester load. It may stay at 52%. So we'll just have to see. We're gonna jump on. Well, we'll jump over there in a minute. For some reason, the truck does not want to continue on after it unloads. I don't know what it's doing there, but don't know why that is. Have to figure that out before the next harvest. But we got a chunk of change in the account right now. But I tell you what, folks, this has been a long harvest. So I think and as you can see, it's 5:30 in the day. We are not going to get our oats harvested today. So I actually don't know what that means. I hope they don't. I hope I've got an extra month or so to harvest them. There's a 2-month window to harvest them, so I hope they stay good in the field that long. I honestly don't know, but I guess we'll see. But anyway, we are going to wrap this episode up. The harvester's just about to finish up here, so we're gonna. What did that thing do? That thing looked like it. Let's think back around here because that looked like it was still processing peas. Surely it's empty. Let's see. Let's see what it does when we pull the wagon back up here. Let's fold it up, so I'm guessing it ain't gonna do nothing. So we're gonna take the auger wagon back over here where the truck's gonna be at. Put one more load in the truck. It's not obviously gonna fill the truck up. It's only about half an auger wagon load, but it should be about $60,000, which means we will have made $1.7 million on this pea harvest. Gonna wrap this one up. As soon as we empty and deliver this last load, we'll have to 42% full. We've been running just about 79% full, so this is just touch over half of what we've been running. So frankly, I would like to take some of that $1.7 million and pay off some of our loans, because you guys probably know we got about $9 million in, well, technically $5 million of that is investor capital, which, if you think about it, we actually owe $15 million on that investor capital, so we've got $19 million in debt. So this series is aptly named. This is mega debt to mega farm, and we are well on our way to a mega farm, because we are knocking out some revenue. So we are going to buy some equipment this year, because if we don't, we're going to end up with a crap ton of dividends to pay out. And while that's good for our investors, it's not necessarily good for our farm, because that's just money that goes, that money just goes into the investor's pocket. It's not an investment back in the farm. It's not an investment in equipment. It's not paying off any loans. So we need to be, when we've got a significant amount of money like this, and if we don't spend any significant amount of money right now, and we may not spend a significant amount of money right now, we may go ahead and run this until somewhere toward the end of the year, see what we've got, and then reassess at the time and decide what we're going to need for equipment for year 3. So I'm going to run this truck back to the farm, guys. We're going to close the book on July, and we will catch you guys in August. I'll bring you guys back in August, and we will harvest that oat field. The oats probably we won't sell right away. I'll take a look at the prices on that and when the peak prices is, but when the peak price is. But we probably won't sell the oats right away. We'll probably put those in the silo and hang on to them until peak price. And then we're going to plant grass. And I really wanted to get grass planted in one of these fields in July, but I just don't think that's going to be in the cards. I just don't think I'm going to be able, well, I mean, I've got the one field harvested, but I just don't think, I mean, it's 6 o'clock in the evening. I don't know how much daylight we have left in July, but we'll see. Maybe I will. Maybe I will get that. Maybe I will go ahead and plant that field in July. The reason being that'll allow us. Well, you know, I can stagger the harvest anyway. That doesn't really matter. Yeah, you know what? I can do that. Well, no, I really can't, because that would push us all the way into November. So if I get this planted, get this field that we just harvested planted in July, then I can harvest it in October. I can harvest the grass and the silage off of it in October. I can harvest the other one in November, and then I can run it through the end of the fiscal year, and we can figure out what we're going to do at the end of the fiscal year. But then I could harvest another round of silage, one in March and one in April, before we plant. So I'm gonna think about that, but I'm gonna wrap this session up. Appreciate you guys watching. Leave me a comment in there. Let me know if you're liking it. Let me know if you're not liking it. If you got any constructive criticism, particularly on how I'm structuring these videos. You guys know I told you that I am not a content creator. These are my first videos, so I'm happy to hear any feedback anybody may have on how I can make these videos a little better. All right, guys, enjoyed it. Thanks.